because it is time for the bond report. It is time for the aforementioned Rick Santelli. Rick, you just heard Steve Leisman comment about the Fed and bond market. What say you?
I say that the short end of the market is probably going to get a rate cut or two before the end of the year, and that indeed will help. But let's put it in the bigger context of what everybody's really thinking about here. Do you think credit cards that are in the mid-20s, 25%, how much are they going to come down? Housing. Housing's probably the whole key. That is the one missing piece of this economy, because I think there's parts of the economy that are starting to cook and grease. So in a way, I agree with Rick Reeder's comments. But I don't know that the Fed's going to be able to, outside of QE, to make a long-term difference in the long end of the market. And therein lies the rub. Now, if we look at 2s and 10s, we can see that since CPI, the yields are moving down. This is very normal. And I know that the Treasury Secretary has made comments about lowering rates. I would be shocked if he made comments about raising rates. But I'm sure that maybe had some effect. But look at CPI last month when we released it in mid-July. There's 2s and 10s. You can see how both of those maturities yields moved lower, because once you're beyond the unknown nervousness of CPI, even if it's a little warmer, there's a sigh of relief in the markets. It happened in the last one. It happened the one before that. So we want to pay attention. But the one market that's maybe paying attention to all the pressure this administration is putting out there for lowering rates, well, it's the dollar index, because it has a wider audience of speculative trading. Right now, if it closed here, it'd be a 2-week low close. But what's key, as you see on that chart, is when you open it up to the multi-year low we had in early July, you could see that we have taken a good chunk of that bounce away. Any of these closes below 98 are going to be considered by technicians to keep putting selling pressure on the dollar.